Yeah, I'm at the Short Hills Park Boy Scout camp. I'm gonna have to flip the video apparently when I'm done this, and I didn't even know if I'd be able to because of lighting. But I did bring some lights, so I'm not a professional at this shit. Um, Park's closed, but it's open for people with bows and arrows and what they call, well, where is it? Right there. Now, I stayed on the Six Nations Reserve for 6 months. They don't have clean water. Average person's overweight. They're not starving. At the same time, the land's decimated. So is this area. So I'm glad to see it kind of closed. But I'm not happy to see so called provincial parks people promoting stupid shit. Anyway, I wasn't doing this video to bitch about stuff, but I got a little irate, and that's what made me do it. Been out hiking in the woods with my bike, and I went to the Boy Scout camp coming off a trail here. And there's a big gate up, says closed, no bicycles allowed, no dogs allowed, but they got a picture of a raccoon up, which is kind of cool. And it's not open to the public, which is awesome. The thing is, though, it's my back door. This is the playground that I've been living in for the last 7 or 8 years. And now I'm not allowed to come out and tour it. Well, I kind of am. I mean, there's not much going to happen if I decide to ride the trail. The risk is a guy with a bow and arrow might shoot you. Might make some interesting contact. You never know. So I'm going to respect it. I'm basically going to stay off the trail, sort of thing. I'm going to go back to my little alcove. But I did see a lot of really cool spots out here in the forest, and I understand the need to protect it. And protecting it so you can kill the wildlife in here, I question the validity of the logic in that. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. There's food available, but you know what? We don't have a healthy forest. Maybe if we closed the forest and had people come out here to tend to the trees, to rake the floor of the forest and provide homes and habitats for the animals that are basically in a state of fear all the time because of the human element. And it won't show on camera, but up behind me, or in front of me, I should say, I'm surrounded by lights from houses that are borderlining the camp and Pelham Road. And then in the back here, it's pitch black, which is lovely. That's where I want to go, into the dark. It's almost due east. And it's been quite an interesting ride. I started off just around dusk on a bike where the brakes are questionable. It's been down the hill many times. And actually, not many, about 8, 9. No, probably only about 5. Again, someone coming. Oh, there's a new light on over there, so maybe I've attracted some attention. Anyway, I'm not worried about that. I just figured I had to say something. I appreciate what's being done here at the camp, and I think we're all working hard on the same thing. Like, I called the city of Thorold and just found out I'm not in St. Catharines. I'm in Thorold, by the way. Um, where I'm working here, working. I don't know if you want to call it that, volunteering. I tend to the area around me, and I kind of patrol the camp a bit. Like, I shouldn't even say patrol. I scout it. I ride around it looking for all the uniqueness of it and making sure I'm observing a lot of stuff, and I can't do shit other than what I'm doing right now. I'm hoping that the Short Hills people, the provincial park, the Boy Scout camp, the city of St. Catharines and Thorold, Niagara, Ontario, that the whole world start getting involved with your local green land and grow it. Let's grow ourselves healthy again. I think the only way to really feel like you want to be alive is to be out here and experience what happens at night. There were a few spots I was earlier, and I thought about doing a video there for a different reason. I was up on top of a hill that I found. Windy as fuck, but quite warm, surprisingly. And all the leaves have been dusted. So I just sat on the ground, kind of chilled out, had a cigarette for a bit, had a beer. And I just looked around and it took a while, and then I could see, okay, there's a road over there. There's a light off in the distance. But for a short little while, I felt like there was no sign of anything man-made. And what a great feeling that was. You know, just sitting there, being out in the woods in the dark. It was awesome. And you know, looking up the man-made lights up the hill there, holy fuck. The contrast is sickening. And then seeing signs like this, you know, you're riding down in the dark. I mean, I'm going to have to reverse it because in the video right now, this is all back to front. You know how you got the mirror imaging? So it's about 7 o'clock at night. And part of what actually got me out here, I seen this star up in the sky, right? And it was right over top of a light I see on the horizon. So I thought I'll ride toward that and ended up at the Boy Scout camp right here at the entrance. It's just a little bit over here. I was over there. I was going to do a video there. And I got discouraged. But then I thought I'll drive down this trail, go into the dark a bit more. And I seen this sign. I said, fuck it. I got to say something. You know, we're more concerned about killing fucking wildlife on some bullshit contract that you say or claim that you made with some natives that you know aren't authentic. Like, we're earthlings first, okay? We're all native to this fucking planet. Everyone. I'd like to see something done where it shows that we're actually respecting it for a change. I mean, the amount of pollution and soot and crap on all the trees, on the leaves down here. We should have more of an outrage. We should be working on that. Let's close the parks. Let's make a no-fly zone over the whole fucking area so we don't have all that shit falling from the sky, landing on the leaves, killing them. The amount of trees dying in here is sickening. And I haven't heard anyone in Ontario yet is even trying to make a bird's fart a difference about it. They're all into politics and Donald Trump and shit that I don't even know what the fuck they're babbling about. With that, my hand is aching because I'm holding a heavy fucking tablet in the dark, standing up. It's kind of a little chilly. So this is Dave. Tuesday night, it's around 7, 8 o'clock, somewhere in there. Just outside the Boy Scout camp. And I'm here on mission from Camp Serenity. And for the record, shout out to Selena Gomez and family. And to the Short Hills Park people and all the people trying to protect the natural habitats of what I believe is our only means of survival. And to all of you, cheers.